Perhaps you're listening to this session because it feels like your mind and your body have become stuck on high alert mode. Maybe noises, raised voices, or sudden movements have been making you startle very easily. You might have experienced racing, frantic thoughts about perceived threats and worst-case scenarios, even though at a rational, logical level you know that you're actually perfectly safe. This tendency to catastrophize and to imagine dangers where there aren't any may have affected your work, your social life, and even your quality of sleep at night. Just as we talk of soldiers in wartime sleeping with one eye open, always readying themselves for an attack, so you might have found that the slightest noise wakes you up because your mind is trying to protect you by keeping you constantly ready and alert. When someone's stuck on high alert mode like this, it's often referred to as hypervigilance. This condition can occur after a person experiences a deeply traumatic event, as a symptom of what's called post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. But hypervigilance can also occur when a person suffers from anxiety or from panic attacks, and this can form a negative cycle as anxiety and hypervigilance feed into each other. The more anxious a person becomes, the more likely they are to experience hypervigilance, and the more a hypervigilant person keeps scanning their environment for signs of danger and imagining worst-case scenarios, the more anxious they'll tend to feel. Remember that hypervigilance can be a very valuable skill to have if you're in an actual emergency. Being able to detect signs of danger around you can in some cases be life-saving. Our distant ancestors, tens of thousands of years ago, needed to be able to go into states of hypervigilance in order to survive physically dangerous situations, like a confrontation with a ferocious wild animal. But hypervigilance is a really inefficient way of protecting yourself in everyday life. The human body simply isn't designed to be on high alert mode all the time, and it becomes mentally and physically exhausting to constantly act as if there's perilous danger around every corner. Long-term stress like this interferes with your ability to make effective decisions, and it can have a negative impact on your physical and mental well-being. So even though hypervigilance is a well-meaning attempt by your unconscious mind to protect you from danger, it's not a sustainable, effective way of living your life. As you repeatedly relax to the hypnotic part of this session, you'll find that you naturally return to a calmer, more balanced, more settled state inside, which will increasingly become your default, everyday state as you move through life. This doesn't mean that you'll suddenly be oblivious to danger, because your unconscious mind knows how to retain an appropriate awareness of your environment, even as you relax and enjoy yourself. For example, a person can enjoy going for a cliff-top walk, taking in the beauty of the views out to sea, and they can still have an unconscious awareness the whole time that they shouldn't walk too near to the edge of the cliff. In the same way, an experienced driver can enjoy a fascinating conversation with another person in the passenger seat, while their unconscious mind safely maintains a background awareness of the road as they drive. It's all a matter of getting things back into balance, so that you can allow your default state to be one of relaxation and being at ease inside, knowing that you only need to go into a hypervigilant state if there's an actual emergency going on. And the rest of the time, you can be calmly getting on with whatever you're doing.